My name's Kelly, and I have been in recovery for 2.5 years, and I'm born and raised in Gallipolis, Ohio. And I enjoy in my free time. I have 4 grandbabies from 5 months to 7 years old, so spending time with them, and we like to do arts and crafts. I like to write poetry. It's very relaxing to me and fun, and just like spending time with my family. I was prescribed pain medication for an injury I had at work, and in the beginning I did take it as I was supposed to, and then I started taking extra, and then it seemed like no time till I had to have it, and if I didn't, I was sick, and then I knew I had a problem. One of the worst times was being alone in my house, and it was wintertime. There was no electric, no water, and I thought I was going to freeze to death, but I felt like I had nowhere to go and didn't want to ask for help. I've had certain people maybe not want me around because they felt like maybe I would steal something, or they just didn't want to be around me. Hearing comments of, you know, you're never going to get better, you're never going to change. Feeling like when you go somewhere that people are just staring at you because they think you're going to do something wrong, or like you have, you know, the plague. Whenever I got to Field of Hope and started my recovery journey, from the moment I got there, I felt welcomed. I felt like I was around people that genuinely cared, that showed me kindness and compassion and empathy, and supported my recovery and encouraged me, you know, daily. And I actually felt like I was finally somewhere I belonged. The day before, I was actually looking for a place to go for recovery. I wanted to go, I wanted to change, I wanted to get help. I had a warrant, so I was arrested for my warrant. And, you know, the cop that arrested me, his name is Jordan. I tried to tell him, I'm going to recovery tomorrow. You know, I didn't want to go to jail, but, you know, he had a job to do as well, and he had to take me. But as he was walking me into jail, he told me, you know, I said, this is not one of my finest days. And he said, but you don't have to have days like this anymore. You can do this, you can change your life. And, you know, and when I was using actively, we were not on the best of terms, but he did show me kindness and respect that day, and it really stuck with me. I went to Field of Hope and started my recovery journey, and he became a huge support system for me in my recovery, always offering encouragement and support, just as Field of Hope did. I got something from each and every person while I was there. And I believed in that program so much that I wanted to work there. And they gave me the opportunity to do that. I had love and support from my children, my family, you know, lifelong friends that I had. But the commonality in all of that was God. I believe in my heart that God worked through each and every one of those people, and he crossed my path with Jordan's for a reason. He also looks at people with substance use disorders differently now, and I look at someone with his profession differently. It was not so hard to find help, it was harder to ask for help, because I had the mindset of I've already hurt people so they would be better off not around me, especially my children. And my youngest daughter said to me, nobody asked me if I would be better off without you, and I wouldn't, because I need you. I found a relationship with God at Field of Hope. I gave my life to Christ. I put Him first, and everything else just seems to fall in place. I share that with others. I share with others people that I've met along the way that support recovery efforts. And just the power in prayer is so much. I'm happy because I did give my life to Christ, because I've met so many wonderful people along the way. I feel like God has shut the doors that needed to be shut, and He's opened new ones for me. The thought of me working with other people in recovery it gives me meaning to my life, and to see other people get through the things that I went through is just such an amazing feeling, to see them smile again, to hear them laugh, to hear them with their children and their family. It makes it all worthwhile. And I learn continuously about recovery and things that I can implement in my job. My life is amazing now. I've learned to love myself. I've learned who I am. I've learned I like different things. My relationships with my daughters are both phenomenal, I'm say that right. And my grandkids, when they're around, it makes me forget about everything else. It brings so much joy and peace to my life and my family, my other family, besides my children and grandchildren. You know, there's been a lot of relationships when I was using that was harmed, and you know, they continuously keep getting restored, and that makes me feel so wonderful. You know, I love my family, and I get to do a job that I love for the first time in my life. I don't like to miss work. I don't like to be late, and that's never happened. Learning all the time. I like to learn. It's exciting, and just my life in general. New friends that I've made, new things I get to do. I have empathy for others because I went through so many things, and I want to truly help people to know that everyone deserves to have a better life. Everyone does. If you're struggling with a substance use disorder, that there is help, and you truly can beat this. I have, and I know that everyone else can too. For others that have maybe say harmful things, to remember that those people are someone's children, someone's parents, and they're loved so much. Please watch what you say before you say it. That's somebody's life, and none of us are high up enough to make that choice whether they live or not. Look at me. It is totally treatable, and you can manage it. I hope that if you're watching this and you need help, to know that there is help, and there is people that genuinely care and that want to help you to succeed in changing your life. And I am a mom, a grandmother, a daughter, a sister, a friend, and my life is changed dramatically. So I know that people can beat substance use disorders, and they just need someone to show kindness. They need someone to show them how to believe in themselves and others to believe in them. Your support and encouragement goes such a long way, and this is a deadly, deadly thing. We all need to love one another and show kindness. Thank you, and God bless.